Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavon, everyone. We just had a quick warm-up round because I forgot to hit one button on here. So we're all loose and goose for you, everybody.
We are loosed up. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, man. Just, you got to say what you said on the when I didn't hit the button.
Oh.
About your clothes.
Yeah. I left to come over here today, and I'm like, there's no way Andrew has a long sleeve green shirt. And then I showed up, and I was like looking in the mirror.
It's going to be confusing to people. I'm going to do some color correcting on the editing where it looks like mine is brown. I'm colorblind anyway, so I can't even tell.
Yeah, David tell. But
Shades of Green, the PG version of Shades of Gray.
It ain't easy.
It ain't easy what?
Being green.
Oh, okay. It ain't easy being a thing of felt that somehow looks like a frog. Thing of felt with two golf balls. I think it would. If you looked at Kermit the Frog and didn't know its name or didn't know what it was, I would think it's just an alien. I don't.
Oh, that's fair.
I never knew a frog with a neck.
Yeah, well, the neck with the triangles.
And those triangles.
The triangle collar. I never understood the collar. The classic frog collar.
Yeah. Every frog before it gets started and goes to the swamp is like, hold on, let me get my necklace of triangles.
Frog in your throat.
All right, we're getting off track here. Just to recover some things we already talked about, but you guys didn't know this, but what was I going to do first?
Might be slightly.
Send an email. Oh, well, before that, I just want to say a follow-up from last week where I talked about in front of Louis C.K., Joe List said I didn't watch Home Alone with him, even though I did. We saw Joe List, and I said, hey, remember that time we met Louis, and you said I didn't see Home Alone with you, but I did? And he goes, yeah, that was when you said we watched Home Alone, I pictured us going to the theater, and that was an event. We watched Home Alone. But in reality, it was on at a party.
Yeah, I'm still in your defense. It was on at the party, and we sat in front of it and looked at it.
And we looked at it enough. It was on mute, which was other Joe argument. But we looked at it enough where we're like, oh, this is a good part. Let's turn the volume on.
Yeah, we were having a nice hang, but every once in a while we would comment on the movie.
Right.
In the background. And like you said, he would stop it, turn the volume on, and we would watch the scene or whatever.
To me, that is watching a movie. Anything with a movie is watching a movie. Other than that, what was I supposed to say? Hey, me and Joe had a movie on in the background, and occasionally we turn the volume up, but, that's... whatever, everybody. Yeah. You got to watch the last episode and this episode to get context here. But otherwise, I sound like a rambling lunatic who just is describing a bad dream I had. Louis C.K. Home Alone.
But then you got an email from Might Be Slightly.
Yeah, we both did for the Panic Attacking Podcast email, panicattackingpodcast@gmail.com, that said, when I talked about Joe List and at the movies, he, on his podcast with Renan Hirschberg, talked about when we hung out and made fun of the movie Old.
Yes.
And he referenced some jokes we made about that horrible movie. It's so bad it's good, but... So then I said it's like when the Flintstones met the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Because his mind was blown that the
crossover.
There was an overlap in his week.
And you... spelled Flintstones.
Oh, I spelled... After I sent the email, I looked at it again. It was Flinkstones. Flink, everybody.
And then I said that I'm the little green guy that did the crossover.
Yeah, you're
Mr. Gazoo.
Gazoo.
Yeah.
Go to the zoo, everybody. Check it out. And also, you're actually a little green man right now.
Yeah. Hey, that killed better the second time. Anyways,
this is why we don't tell each other stories before we record, because there was some magic lost in this.
I know the magic was really lost, but honestly, you laughed harder on the Gazoo the second time.
I also laughed at my own joke loud. But we'll post
what's Gazoo?
We'll post the first draft of this on our Patreon because it's video only audio.
Yes. Anyways, good to be here. We're here at your
Oh,
apartment.
and one more thing we talked about, but didn't. Well, whatever. But today we reached 22 Patreons.
Oh, yeah.
Today on 2222.
That was my revelation. Don't take credit for that.
All right.
On 2222, we hit 22 Patreon subscribers.
So in one more year, we'll have 23.
That was my joke, too.
I know. I'm stealing them all.
My stuff.
But I know you forgot it, so I didn't.
I didn't forget it.
Okay.
I'm watching you steal right in front of my face. I'm green with envy.
Oh my God.
You're green with greed.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm green like money. Money spent on your jokes.
Yeah. Oh, man. And speaking of green, thank you for subscribing to our Patreon.
I know. So we were in negotiations with a producer who wanted $75. She wanted $300 to do all the editing. Should we even be talking about this?
She's doing a lot of work. If we asked for that, she'd be doing a lot of work. But we're not going to do.
So I'm thinking just siphon the Patreon to me, and I'll do everything.
That's fine with me.
I'll undercut her prices.
We can switch it over to your PayPal.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
We should save that money for. We're so anxious, everyone. We haven't spent any of the money.
I haven't touched it once.
We're just collecting it because we know we're going to need it.
Yeah.
It's like in a video game when you save all your health potions.
Yeah. We're saving it for the boss.
I know.
Whoever that is.
I mean, if we get enough money, maybe we could like rent out something and.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I've been stinking. Anyways, what's going on with you? There's. That's normal. You look
Came out of nowhere.
Oh,
I'm joking. I don't know. I just don't have any updates.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
Except for one time. Let me think here. Oh, you go first.
That sounds like a good idea. This will certainly get the ball rolling here. I go to therapy, and I'm leaving therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I walk all the way home. Good walk, but there's still snow banks everywhere, snow all over the ground, snow on the roads and the sidewalk. And I get a phone call. I have my wireless headphones in.
You have your Bluetooth piece from the 19.
Yes, yeah.
Late
Telemarketer
90s.
headset.
Yeah.
And I'm walking, and I get this call, and it's Bill. And I'm like, all right, I'll just do it over the phone. And then
The name is Bill, or it's
it's
Bill?
like a bill that you have to pay.
Oh, okay. Bill just calls you.
Yeah, Bill called me and was like, hey, can I have some money? And
I'm like, Mr. Cosby, please.
is this your one phone call? So I go, all right, I'll do this while walking home. It's pretty easy. Take my card out of my wallet, and I'm walking, and I do it, and then I get home, and take off all my my jacket, all the boots, all the stuff, and then I'm like, wait a minute, where's my wallet?
Oh God.
And I'm looking, I tear apart all the stuff I was wearing, no wallet, nowhere. I'm like, oh my God. And Caitlin's on the couch. I'm like, oh my God, I must have dropped my wallet. And she's like, well, you got to go retrace your steps.
My God, my biggest nightmare and discussed on previous episodes.
Yes. So don't worry. You were thought of. So I'm like, all right. And I go.
You retraced my previous steps.
Yeah, I wasn't in the store. The lady was mean. I retraced my steps.
In the snow.
Which
makes it easier. Follow the footprints.
Yeah. And all the puddles.
You're like, oh, this yellow spot's where I stopped.
Yeah, I had to finish something real quick. I go all the places I went, no wallet, and everyone that makes eye contact with me, I'm like, I wonder if they have it.
Yeah, me too.
Every person I looked at, I'm like, you have it, and no wallet anywhere, and I freeze my card.
Oh God.
And I'm I'm thinking, okay, Metro. There was no cash in there. That's fine.
That's good.
Metro card. That stinks. I froze the card and my ID, and I don't find it. Come home. I call the DMV. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to get a new ID. And they're like, well, we don't do that over the phone because what if it's not you? And I'm like, who's calling pretending to be me? And they won't let me do it.
At least there's some security here.
Yeah. I fill out the form online to get a new ID. It says my information's wrong.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, my God. There's no way it's wrong. And I tried every form of ID to see if I was maybe remembering the wrong type of ID I had. It wasn't that.
What other ID would there be? FBI?
Yeah. Enhanced or standard or real ID.
I've been getting those ads.
Yeah.
Would you like to have an enhanced ID? Click here.
Yeah. You want to add some inches to your ID?
I'm getting those spam emails.
Yeah. Take these pills.
By the way, you've already walked and went home, right?
Walked all. I've checked all the spots.
I gotta say, I was thinking about this. I was walking home in the cold, and I'm like, man, when January snow is the least magical snow. There's no Christmas music, brown slush. No one cares. Everyone's upset. At least in December snow, you got Christmas lights and, you walk by some carolers.
Yeah, so while I'm having my panic attack, I can feel festive.
Yeah. You're like, I'm losing it. And they're like, he's losing it.
I can't find my ID. My identity is gonna be stolen, and I'm not gonna have any money. Fa la 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 la.
Oh my God! Somebody's gonna file a tax return as me using my driver's license. 5 golden rings.
And I don't find it, so I cancel my card, get a new one sent, have a new one being sent to me. Fill out a form for a new ID, send that in, and I'm like, all right, all taken care of. This has been really stressful. I don't have an ID. I have my passport, so we're fine there.
Okay.
And I end up having a spot at New York, get paid spot pay, so I'm like, I have some cash. And I have the one card that I took out to pay the bill while I was on the phone.
So you have one card.
So I have a card, some cash, a passport, and I get a new Metro card. And
You're really piecing things together.
I'm piecing things together, and I had my old wallet that was kind of like just ratty, and I'm like, I'll put all the stuff in there.
Nice.
And I'm all set.
Nice recovery.
And I go for a walk with Anthony DeVito yesterday.
We talked about that on the bonus.
Yep. And go to a coffee shop, and I go to around the park, Astoria Park, with Anthony DeVito and Sam Evans. Come home, and I go, wait a minute. And I feel around. I lost the second wallet.
Oh, my God. I didn't expect that twist at all. No, you're going to find your first wallet. You lost the second wallet. The raggedy wallet.
I lost the second wallet.
How do you do that? Where?
I don't know.
And you walked all over the place.
I walked all over the place. So
Did you guys sit on the bench?
We didn't sit. We went, and I spent the money at one place.
Uh-huh.
You just had a mini freak out. What happened?
No, because you started getting so emotional it was distorting the audio.
Well, I'm about to get more emotional.
Uh-oh.
I go to I look online this morning. I tear apart the apartment last night. I can't find it. And by the way, obviously, as you know, this is an embarrassing feeling to lose your wallet.
I know, but it should be so expected.
And it's vulnerable, but to lose two.
In literally a 24-hour period.
24 hours.
After you scrimped and saved.
I'm scrimping and scramping. And I realized I lost the second wallet when I was with Joe List and Caitlin, and we're about to leave for spots. So I'm tearing apart my bag, and I'm tearing apart my apartment, and Joe and Caitlin
It's like a Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah. Tearing up my apartment when I'm with you.
Is that in sync?
And I don't know.
I don't know either. They're blending together.
Anyways, so they're standing over me as I'm on the ground, like digging through everything. Can't find
Oh,
it.
you fit in New York. That's usually
I sure
what's
do.
happening.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. And then I had to. I'm riding into the city with them, and they're like, maybe you get like the questions you get when people are trying to help, but you know all hope is lost.
Yes, and it's so annoying.
Yeah. So then I'm like, I don't have it. Caitlin gives me her 3 Metro cards that are in her wallet because she uses the phone now,
I do too.
and she gives me $20. I felt like a kid going to a play date.
Do you have a tap to pay card? Oh, but
No.
you don't have any cards.
I don't.
because
I
that
got
was
them
in
cardless.
that was in the wallet part 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Strikes again. And
I have no cards.
then I go to my show and I leave and I get to the subway and I'm like I got the 3 Metro cards, so one of them's gonna get money. Expired.
Strike 3.
And I take the 20. I get a new Metro card. I miss the train, and I finally get home. I look all over again, and I'm trying to look logically before I just start throwing things around. And logically, I don't think it's in my apartment. So I'm like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call that coffee shop, get this wallet situation under control.
And let me step in here as a Andrew Chavone life hack. If you have an expired card, you can go to that toll booth guy or the glass guy and go, "Hey, it's expired," and they'll go, "All right, here's a new one." Because you had to pay $1 to get the new one.
I did. Oh, I know.
I always go like, "Hey, man, it's expired." They're like, "All right."
I wish I knew. Anyways, I get up to call the coffee shop because the coffee shop's near the park. And I don't want to go all the way out there for them to tell me no.
What is it? That new one?
Yes, Kinship.
Yeah, I've been walking by that one.
It's great. I mean, I have mixed feelings, but
Carmen Lynch goes there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I get there. I call this morning. No phone number. They don't have a phone number. So I go all the way out there.
The Kinship has sailed.
Kinship is sinking.
Kinship has some holes in it, like your second wallet.
I'm going down with the Kinship. I walk into Kinship. Joe Zimmerman's there.
Oh.
And I avoid eye contact with him because I don't want to meet anybody I don't want to see anybody right now. I'm a poor man I'm a man without a wallet.
And Joe's our friend, but he's not really an emotional guy.
Yeah.
I'm losing my wallet. I'm freaking out. Oh, sorry, man. That sucks.
I would have said hello if I wasn't a shell of a man. And I walked to the counter, and I'm like praying under my breath, please have my wallet.
Okay.
No wallet.
Oh, man.
I walk around all of Astoria Park just looking at the dirt. No wallet.
Been there. Yep.
No wallet. Oh, that's right.
I
it
was
was
lost
the
in
same
the
spot.
Yeah, lost in the park. Well, it turned out it was in my house, but I was looking
hoping.
around. I thought I lost in the park.
So long story. I mean, it's not short, but I still don't have it. And after this, I'm gonna go with the fresh eyes and tear it apart again.
Tear what apart?
My apartment. Tear it apartment.
What? This is the end of the story?
I don't. Yeah, that's the end of the story.
Horrible ending.
The show's called Panic Attack.
Oh my God! I was praying for some redemption
I
here.
have no redemption.
Joe Zimmerman had it, or Zimmerman telegram. I thought there was gonna be some hope here.
There's no hope.
It's hopeless.
I'm freaking out. But I've been checking my. Here's where my hope is.
All right.
I've been checking my balance on the card that I had in wallet part 2, and no transactions are being made.
Okay.
Which makes me think it's in my apartment.
I mean, if we want to go through, this is the questions I have. Did you get in any kind of car?
No.
Okay.
I only walked.
Only walked. Subway.
No. No Subway. Subway was after I had lost it.
You went to Kinship with DeVito and Sam.
Yep. No wallet.
Walked to the park,
Walked through the park.
and then what?
Walked home.
So then you got home, and then when did you realize your wallet was missing?
When I got home.
Okay.
Oh, no. As I got ready to leave my home hours later.
Okay, so there is some hope it could be in your place.
Yes.
Because...
And 0 transactions.
Check the couch. You checked it?
I mean, I've checked the couch, but I'm going to check it like no one's ever checked a couch when I get home.
Yeah, so mine usually is in the couch between the where you put your arm and the cushion.
I've lifted those cushions, but it's
Okay.
a sofa bed,
Oh.
which makes me think maybe it's fallen in and it's taking a nap.
Yeah, it's falling. I can't get up. You got to unfold the bed.
I
Yeah.
get a life alert from my wall.
Yeah. Arr. Unfold the bed.
I'm unfolding.
Sometimes it can blend in, too. If it's an old raggedy wallet, it looks like a floor sometimes.
I did get a tiled wallet, so
I would check where you throw your pants. Did you take off your pants?
I didn't take off my
You
pants.
didn't change your pants? Okay. Did you throw your coat somewhere? Because it could have fallen out when you throw your coat.
I don't think I've thrown my coat, but I bet you there's one place it could be is I checked the hoodie I took off.
Okay.
It might have fallen off when I took the hoodie off. I haven't checked under the bed.
Yeah. So that happened to me once. I could not find my wallet. I had a panic attack. And then I looked by my hamper. The wallet was in there.
Oh, my God.
Because I threw the pants in, and it launched it like a catapult.
I mean, I'm tearing it apart when I get home. But that's what's been making me anxious.
Yeah, the wallet is... I mean, we talked about... Because 2 episodes I've lost my wallet.
Yes.
First...
I got them both in this episode.
Yeah, I know. Now we're even. We're 2 for 2 on 22.
22.
22 Patreons. We're I don't want to reveal. If you guys want to go back, one will happen on Christmas, and you can see the beginnings of the end of my relationship in that one. And that was last Christmas, and then the latest one happened.
Or when she threw out the money.
Which one?
Remember when she threw out money?
No.
Oh, there was a time that you gave her money to get a sandwich, and I think she threw out some napkins, and the money was in the napkins.
Oh, that was like one of our first episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. And I tried to make a joke about it. Didn't work.
No.
Nope. All right. No, nothing good came of that.
All that came out of that was writing on a wall.
Foreshadowing. Sucks, man. Yeah, that it feels like you lose a part of yourself. All the work that goes into replacing a wallet is annoying, but
Yeah.
there's still some hope there.
I know. I feel like I've lost my identity.
I love.
I've been thinking about this joke all day.
1, 2, 3. Norm.
Norm. I is short for I.
D stands for dentification.
God.
Check out his Letterman if you haven't. The
I
final
mean,
Letterman.
the best Letterman ever.
So many good jokes.
So many.
All right. That's a pretty good one, Steve. That was a good topic.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into some listener ones. I mean, that'll
Yeah.
jog my memory. Okay. I remember one story you helped me out with, and I was actually thinking about this the other day. Okay, so when I first moved to Astoria, lived in this horrible place. I had like 5 roommates, and toilet seat like was broken, and I invited a girl over. She wouldn't even want to sit on the toilet seat. She had to like squat. It was like that kind of horrible kind of place, and was always dirty. And my room was so small, and it was so depressing. And I had a friend visit from LA, and I was like, oh God, please. That's when I was like, I gotta move. I didn't realize how horrible it was. But I was like getting ready to go to a show, and I'm like, and I was carrying a bag or something, or maybe it was groceries, or I can't remember what I was doing, or I stopped to buy something. And I was going back to my car, And my hands are full. I had my wallet in one hand and like the groceries or whatever I bought in the other. So I put the wallet on top of the car, open the car, load up the groceries,
Oh no.
get in. About it was only like 3 blocks. I'm like, the wallet, it's on there. Like,
And before that moment, were you like listening to music and singing? And
I was having a time of my life. Yeah.
yeah.
Do. And this was in Astoria on Broadway, busy street.
Oh.
So I slam on the. I like wait for all the.
Slam on the brakes while it goes flying.
Yeah. It's like trains, planes, and the things falls. But the I wait for all the cars to pass. Put in reverse. I go up. I go reversed on one way, like 2 blocks. Pull in the park. Go retrace the car's like steps. I'm like, I don't know when it fell out. I'm like going corner to corner. I'm like, maybe it fell off the car, rolled into a gutter. Maybe it rolled into this gutter. I'm like going gutter to gutter, like losing my mind. And then one of those delivery guys on like a electric scooter, like pulls up and goes, "Did you lose a wallet?" And I go, "Yeah." Did I look like that? I'm like, oh my God, thank you. So
Thank you, Kermit.
So I was in the area literally yesterday. I was like thinking about that story. So it's funny you lost your wallet.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious, yeah. That I had that same thought. But good for that guy, because he could have just kept driving.
Oh yeah.
He saw how
whoever got mine is.
He saw how panicked I was and had mercy on me.
That's great.
Also, I don't think there was any money in there, but just
well, there wasn't after.
There wasn't after or before.
So we got some topics here. The first one is from JBT, 49ers fan belt, or fan bell JT
on Twitter.
Sorry about the 49ers. We were watching that.
Go on.
While you made fun of old. Anyways, you know what makes me anxious is being somewhere on time. I get so filled with anxiety I end up being a few minutes late. Help?
Oh, like you get there early and you're nervous, so you just wait till you're late?
I think being somewhere on time. I think she's arriving somewhere on time. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. I think she's so nervous about making it on time that she gets overwhelmed and therefore is late. Do you relate to being late to things?
Oh, Steve. Take a look at this. Is being somewhere on time. I get so filled that I end up being late. Okay. Oh, okay. So I understood it wrong.
Yeah.
She wants to be on time, and the anxiety from that makes her late.
Yes.
Yeah, in a way, yes, because sometimes I'll like triple check the path to go somewhere.
Okay.
I'll like check Waze, I'll check Google, I'll check all these other ways, and I'll be like,
oh, I have that app, Other Ways.
There's Waze and then there's other ways. The other ways. So maybe that makes me late sometimes. I guess for her, she's like about to leave her house. She's like, I'm going to be late. And then she's late.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Is that, remember, that was Apocalypse Now, when they land the helicopter and this guy goes, I'm not going. And they drag him out and he goes. But so I picture this woman doing.
I won't be late. Come on, you're late. All
right, I'm late. Crap.
I'm late.
Talk about a snake eating itself.
There is the trick of having your clock be appear later, earlier. Is that what it is?
Some people turn it back like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Our therapist does that.
What?
She turns the clock back because I'm like, oh, we got 5 more minutes left. She goes, oh, I turned that back. Or she turns it forward. I think she turns it forward to make it think that we're done already.
Oh.
So then when she knows it's 5 minutes ahead, so 5 minutes before she's putting the brakes on it, and then you look at the clock, you're like, oh, time's up. Okay.
Oh yeah. I still to this day can't really find the clock.
In her office?
Yeah.
It's on her desk on the left.
On our left.
Yeah, well, if we're sitting on the couch. Oh, she also got an ottoman.
Yes.
That was like a new 2022 thing.
Yeah.
Man, I sit on that thing. I like sleeping. I'm like putting my feet up, my head's behind my head, my hands behind my head. I'm like,
I love her new office.
I'm literally look so relaxed.
I liked it when she changed it around.
What do you mean?
She moved the couch on another wall, and I came in. I was like, "Whoa, this is great!" And she's like, "Oh, thank you so much."
That was years ago. That was a while ago.
It was last month. It was with this new couch. You might not.
Maybe I haven't seen this new layout.
Well, I come in, couch is on the new wall. I'm like, "I love what you did. This is so great." And she's like, "Ah, thank you."
She's sitting
so
in the
much."
same place. Is she moved or just the couch?
She is moved.
Oh, then yeah,
Wait,
I see her
listen.
today.
Keep listening.
Okay.
So she moved it so where the couch that we sit on is the wall you see when you first walk in, where the windows are behind you. And I'm like, this is great. And she's sitting in the corner on the same wall as the door. I'm like, this is great. I love what you did. And she's so excited. And then I come in 2 weeks later, and it's back to the way it is now. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, too many of my clients couldn't handle the change.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I was so for it. And she's like, well, they weren't.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I missed that rotation.
Yeah.
But this ottoman, it's so great. I might get one. I'm gonna ask her where she got hers.
Oh yeah, it's a great ottoman. I think she got it at the Empire, but
She got it at Suleiman's.
she got that and a Trojan horse.
Oh my god.
Okay. Do you have any tips for being on time?
No, you're asking the wrong guy. Tips to handle the anxiety of going there is, I don't know. For work, it's different. If you were late to work, people get really mad.
Yeah.
But if you leave late, people are like, "You're doing great."
Yeah.
Getting there early is.
I don't know. I always had it ingrained in me on leaving early because of my dad. My dad was always worried about being late. So I would just I don't know, figure out what time would make you anxious to arrive, and then plan on being 10 minutes earlier than that.
Yeah, just start the ball rolling earlier. So if the first thing you need to do before you go somewhere is shower a little bit earlier, and then if you get out of the shower sooner, then you can air dry your hair, or I don't know. Don't have to use a blow dryer, but I don't know, everyone. I'm always super on time to a gig, like road gigs, because I'm
traffic.
Well, yeah, and I got so traumatized. I had to go to this gig in Baltimore, and I got there like 20 minutes late, and the woman was like, I had to text her like updates every minute, and so now like to the point where the headliners are like, dude, this is too early. I'm like, you don't get it.
I get it.
I get it too. So I don't know. Road gigs are one thing, but meeting somebody for the movies, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Eric, tour manager, who I shout out a lot, whenever he gives me a time, I know that he's there 15 minutes earlier than that.
Oh, wow.
So I've been trying to do better with that, but I usually just end up being on time.
That was like, I talked about this before, but when I was in Army ROTC, they're big into on time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always be late, but it was like super early. It was like always at 5. We had to go to like this thing where we had to camp in the woods for a couple weeks. And I remember the first time I was there, they made us wake up like super early. We were all like in tents.
Yeah.
And I had to share a tent with some guy I didn't know. And the tent, by the way, was just a flap hung around a tree. And they're like, all right, everybody, get up. And I told the guy in the tent, I'm like, do we really have to wake up now? Or do you think we could sleep a little more? And he gets up and goes, this guy wants to sleep more. He like immediately ratted me out to everybody.
Oh, man.
Talk about sharing a foxhole with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he
totally stabbed me in the
he
back.
dug you a foxhole. He threw you under the bus. Threw you under the tank.
He threw me under the tank track, the tank tread.
Oh,
I'm just
man.
rolling over. I go on the ground and then I'm stuck on the gears and keep going down.
Like Looney Tunes. It stretches you.
And this is the first day. I had to be there for 2 more weeks.
Oh, boy.
It was horrible. I think I told that story before, but not that example, but of my time there. But I thought of the story. I've thought of my anxiety of the week. So this little tease on the bonus episode we did because we did it yesterday. But I had this show in way out in the middle of nowhere, Brooklyn.
Is this last night?
This is last night.
Because there was a tweet.
Yeah. So that's the reveal. Yeah. So my car is still like encased in ice to the point where I'm like my neighborhood. I don't know if they piss off the mayor or what is going on, but we're like untouched. Even the sidewalks are like tundra now. But my street is all snowy and every car is literally like igloos. And I'm like, even if I get my car out of here, it's going to take forever. I'm not going to be able to park it because there's literally no spots. And if I park it, I'm going to get stuck even worse or something. And I'm like, and I'm still, so I get the lineup. I get a group message for everyone on the show. And there's one guy I know lives in Astoria.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of know this guy. I'm gonna message him.
He has a car. I know that.
He has a car, and I've actually done a show with him before. And I'm like, I'll give you a ride back to Astoria. He's like, I already got a car. So I'm like, he might. And I text him, hey man, are you you headed this show from Astoria? And he goes, yes. I'm like, well, if it's no big deal, when are you leaving? Can I get a ride? I'm leaving at 6:30. He doesn't say like any kind of emotion, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like really dragging this guy down.
Yeah,
this guy sounds like he hates me.
It sounds like you're depressing him.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, but I'm like, the other option is taking a subway for 2 hours,
right? Or
digging my car out with a pickaxe,
hair dryer,
right? I need a blowtorch. I need like a welding mask. So I walk up there. It's like a 20-minute walk. I walk up there and I get there early, because pressure's on. I don't want this guy to leave without me. And I text him. I'm like, hey, I'm here 5 minutes early. Don't worry if you need more time. And because I already think he hates me. And he opens the door. He goes, hey, come on up, man. Where have you been? Like, he's super friendly.
He's a great guy.
He's super cool, yeah.
I ran into...
His name's Christopher Barnes.
Yeah,
he has great content online. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad story.
Yeah, Chris Barnes, I ran into him on the subway with my dad one time, and he was talking to my dad like he knew him for years.
He's very good with people he doesn't know.
He's so nice. He's very funny. He's a good guy.
He's very funny. He puts out good content on the socials.
And also, he has to be handsome for some reason. I don't know why he has to be everything at once.
And he's young.
Yeah, I know. And
he started
tall.
He started comedy when he was like 17, so he's like 27 with experience now.
My God.
I know. He's doing everything right. And then still we're in the car. He's like, I'm doing everything wrong. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's why we're always friends with people like that, though.
That's our type, yeah. That is exactly our type.
Yeah.
We get to his car. It's he already dug out or whatever. So and we drive and we're having a great time. The traffic yesterday was horrendous. I think because of the snow.
Yeah.
It took us an hour to get to the show. We get there a half hour late. We're like, oh my God, we're screwed. We open the door. We park. We run in. Open the door. Room was empty. 2 comics just sitting there looking at us. No one came to the show. We got there for no reason. So we just stand around and I'm like, all right, so can we go home? And they're like, well, we have 6 people that bought tickets, so just hang out a little bit. So we just hang out a little bit. And then this other comic who I kind of know and kind of weirds me out shows up and he's like, what are you guys doing? And Chris, was like, hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah, doesn't know him.
I'm like, dude. Making the gesture around my, cutting thing with my neck or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out my shirt band.
You got the hook.
Yeah, pulling out my shirt band. Like, oh goodness, don't talk to this guy. What do you?
You got a flare like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. And Chris is like, "What are you doing later?" And the guy's like, "I don't know. What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, like I'm not even looking this whole time. I'm texting Chris like, "Alert, alert."
And Chris is like, "Alert, alert, alert." He reads it out loud.
Because the other guy's the opposite of what we were saying. The other guy's like, "I'm doing great.
I'm the best.
I'm the best." The other day, somebody liked one of my Instagram posts. He's bragging about something that doesn't matter at all. That is actually not good.
Did he get hacked by the sunglass ad?
Oh, it's not that. It wasn't
I know that.
The reason.
I was just calling back to it.
Oh, yeah. So then we're like, all right, let's scope out some things. And then like there was another comic who's like, oh yeah, don't go there. That show got canceled too. And I'm like, man, this is like desert. So then we end up, I'm like, well, there's this show happening in Astoria. We could hang out there and then we'll be close to home. So we get in the car. We drive another hour to this show. Show sucks. 3 people there. And it's one of those things where you have to, the comic is by the front door. So we got to open the front door.
And then they start roasting you.
Or and then the audience is looking at us. The comic's looking at us. We got to walk through the audience and the comedian, which the audience is 3 people, just to find out what we're doing. So embarrassing. We just sit there like depressed. And that's when he tweeted the picture, me and Andrew taking losses. It's a picture from Darjeeling Limited with Owen Wilson all beat up. And I'm the ugly guy.
Yeah, it was a depressing night for me because it was the day 2 of losing a wallet, and I open my phone and see that tweet from both of you, and I'm like, oh man, we're just out here taking some hits.
It's been a bad week, and then I'm like driving back, and I'm like, man, that took hour and a half there, hour there, hanging around for 20 minutes, hour back, 2.5 hours of just wasted time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to hang out with him.
Yeah, you bonded with Chris.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a plus. But, man, just nothing worse than just being like, man, I could have been sitting here drinking cocoa. You go to places for no reason.
Yeah, I could have a thing that holds my cheddar.
And, so we went to that show that stinks. And then, he's like, I'm going to leave. I'm like, I'll leave too. We leave. And, nervous me. I'm like, well, don't worry about dropping me off at home. I'm good. He's like, all right. So he gets home. I literally have to walk like forever to get home.
Well, good to see you're asserting yourself.
Walking in the cold. But at least that triggered the memory of the wallet.
Yeah. Yeah, you're walking home. You kicked both my wallets on the street like they're pebbles.
Like, what's this? Some kind of leather leaf? Well, better keep walking. Don't have time to pick that up.
Is that a picture of Steve? Oh, man. Wow, that was funny. Well, want to do the rest of the topics before we...
Yes. And then one more Chris Barnes thing is...
please.
Forgot what we were talking about. I'm like, oh, you like this? He's like, nah, I'm actually a Star Wars guy. And I'm like, buckle up, son.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk let's
3
talk
CPO.
Shop. 3 CPO. D2R 4.
Big Star Wars head over here.
Oh, and what I wanted to say is he's younger than us, or younger than me. A little younger than you, but
Yeah.
he grew up watching the revised Star Wars.
Oh, the edited George Lucas.
George Lucas, when he went back and made all those changes, like I grew up on the original, so I'm complaining about the Sarlacc, how they added some squid little puppet thing that looks like a plant, and he's like, oh, what was it before? I'm like, it was way better. It was a hole with nothing in there.
But it had tentacles, didn't it?
It had something. I don't know. It was just like a hole with teeth and That's what it was. And then like the mystery of that, I'm like, what's down there?
Yeah, it was scarier.
It's scarier. Now you know what it is. It's a stupid little Super Mario thing.
Yeah, it's a Little Shop of Horrors.
Little shop of horrors thing.
Feed me, Seymour.
And he's like, oh, I thought that was cool. But he didn't know.
But he didn't know what it looked like.
He
before.
didn't know what it looked like before. And I'm like, God, the youth is being felt so old too.
Yeah, the youth.
Back in my day, the Sarlacc had no plant thing.
Yeah. And it's in. It's not really a spoiler, but they show it again in Boba Fett.
They show it with the plant thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. Golly, everybody. All right.
Which, have you been watching Boba Fett?
Yeah, I have thoughts.
We can save it for bonus.
All right, they're real quick. Ronnie doesn't like me making fun of it, but they had to use the same actor. Wasn't even the same actor from the original. It's this actor from the prequels.
Well, the original guy's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, he was good. But they changed his voice anyway. They went back to edit this guy's voice to that voice, of course. But so they reused this actor from the prequels, which was now 20 years ago. So he's all fat and old now. And Boba Fett in the original Star Wars was like the most scary, mysterious guy. He stands up to Darth Vader. You're like, who the hell is this? He has rocket on his back. And then now it's just some fat idiot.
I wish he had the mask on the entire show.
Yeah, he takes it off. He's like, oh, here's a break. It just takes it off, fat guy.
He constantly has it off, and I'm like, you should have that on.
And when he wears the armor, you literally see a beer gut coming under there.
I think
Like
you're right.
You're in the best show of Disney Prime. You can't get a personal trainer and diet or something.
I mean, Mandalorian's the best show.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
So yeah. So then the best episode is middle season where there's no Boba Fett. So that's like I'm like I like this now.
Yeah, that's how I've been feeling too.
The new episode came out today. I haven't seen it.
I watched it. I liked it a lot.
Oh man, I heard that was good too.
Yeah.
It was directed by that the guy who did the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
The guy who did the Clone Wars cartoon.
Okay.
He's like the guy who's saving Disney right now, or the Star Wars. Anyways, everybody, write in if you like Boba Fett. I will write back to let you know why I don't like it.
I like it.
Mainly, it's like, you like Boba Fett? Yeah. You like Star Wars? Yeah. We'll see some guy without armor wrestle a lizard man. Okay, how is that good? How is that what I want? It's not what you want. It's a guy without armor. You like Boba Fett's armor? Yeah, he doesn't have it.
They stopped doing that.
Oh, I know. Thank God. And you like aliens from Star Wars? Yeah. Well, he's not going to fight one. He's going to fight some kind of Goro-looking one. Okay. Why?
Well, let's do the before you get too heated. Let's get through the other topics before we wrap up. Ben Fisher said, unread emails from myself.
Shout out to Ben.
making
Ben
me
is an
anxious.
old friend of mine. Well, not really. I've met him a couple times a while ago, but
I like Ben. He's a funny comedian.
yeah, he looks like Jimmy Fallon.
Yes. Good comedian.
Unread emails. I've just it's like kind of like you ever like have a pain and you just get used to it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I've this week, it was almost, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, you know when Obi-Wan just stands there and lets Darth Vader cut him and he disappears? That's how I've decided with the emails. I'm just letting them come.
Yeah, at first you're like, well, for me it's like, you know, like if you get like some kind of injury and you're like, oh, this hurts so bad. That's like the first like 100 unread emails.
Yeah.
And then by unread email 1,000, it's like I just learned to live with the pain. It doesn't even affect me anymore.
Yeah, I already see this being a tweet that you do later today.
Oh, no, it's not.
It could definitely be a tweet.
Could be a clip.
Oh, yeah, it's a clip. Yeah, there's just something about, I've hit 1,000, and I was trying so hard to keep it under 1,000, and it's just, the gates are open.
Let me show you how many I have. You want to guess?
Yeah, let's see who, I'm
many-
guessing but yours is worse.
Unread emails I have.
All right, I get the guess?
Yeah.
Can I get one hint? Do I get 3 tries or a hint or something?
You can get closest. You can do three numbers.
Or are we doing Price is Right?
No, Price is Right.
Okay. 3,152.
152,000 or 152?
3,152 emails.
Okay, 3,152 emails that are unread.
Yes.
Okay, this is...
Oh my God.
Read it for everybody.
41,409 emails.
I have a problem.
Oh my God.
I have issues, everybody. Imagine if those were the Patreons.
We'd have flying cars because that'd be the year. Wow.
Yep, I don't know how to do it. It would just take too much time at this point to go through 41,000 unread emails. Just opening them would take a year.
Wow.
Take a year just to delete them all.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, well, I'll open this one. Just to...
It's funny. I know what that email is.
You on it too?
Well, maybe I don't.
Oh, well, I don't want to plug this.
Oh, no. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I had one more topic for everybody. I'm doing doing comedy while. Usually when I do shows out of town, I drive no matter what.
Yeah.
Drive to Maine, drive to Florida or whatever. Or I'm doing a show, I'll book it because I'm there anyway. Doing a show in LA because I'm visiting friends, do a show in Florida because my brother lives there or something. North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But I got booked to open for Emma Willman in the Funny Bone in Omaha, which I know you've been to.
Great club.
You've been to.
Great club.
And I'll just double check the day. Oh, March 11th and 12th. And I'm like, it's my first gig where I'm flying there for the gig.
You got to get your points up. You got to start getting miles.
I know. I need 41,000.
See if you can turn in your emails for points.
So now I have another anxiety because I'm like, did you check out the flights? And she's like, yeah, they're a little pricey. And I look, $270.
Getting off easy.
One way.
Oh, yeah.
One way. What the hell? What? To Omaha. And I checked. Cheaper to fly to Aruba. Go back to Aruba for half of that. I'm paying all this money to go to Omaha? I mean, no offense. But
no, the Omaha Club is great. You're going to have a great time, but yeah.
You have that too?
Oh, yeah. I just booked a flight. I'm doing a comedy festival in Vail, Colorado, and to fly out there is $630.
Round trip?
Round trip.
Oh, God. Yeah, that might be this much.
Yeah, but what I did was because I fly so much, I have e-credits, so I bumped it all the way down to $163.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got some miles, too, on a credit card that I'm going to have to use, but I was shocked. I was like, oh, Omaha? That's probably like $200. Round trip? Nope.
Mm-mm.
What is going on?
But you get the condo, I think. You get to stay
I got to
in the
get a
condo.
free room, yeah. I didn't know it was a condo, though.
Well, it was last time I was there.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to ask them to pick us up from the airport because my budget's going to be razor thin here.
Sell some merch.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't have any. Got the stress balls.
I got some stress balls I can give you.
All right. I think I actually have a stash here. But maybe I could, sell those. I need shirts. You have shirts?
You don't need shirts.
Those are lame?
How many all the sizes you got to buy and bring and ship? You need a separate suitcase. That's what I saw Jackie Cation last month. She had a separate suitcase for merch.
Oh, wow.
She had shirts.
Yeah, Carmen Lynch has one, but she makes a lot of money. Sometimes Carmen Lynch was selling those shirts. One guy walked up, whatever you're selling, I'm buying. And she's like, I have these shirts. And that blew my mind. I'm like, oh, some people just want that's your tip is
right
buying things. Whatever, everyone. I'll update you. I got to buy those tickets, by the way, because they go up every hour.
Yeah, yep. It's like your emails.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do. We got time for some topics. I feel like my boss never believes me, so I over-explain everything, which in turn makes me feel like she thinks I'm lying.
That's related to another topic we got too. Do you want to explain
I'll do
that?
the other one. I'll do the other
That
one.
might be in the Instagram. About the sick.
Well, that's what I got it right here on Twitter.
Okay.
Had to call in sick at work and now feel guilty. Quite pathetic, really.
So that was the Bossy Mare. Who did the other one?
Luna Longbottom.
Okay. So Bossy Mare and Luna Longbottom are the same kind of anxiety to me, where I think, anyone at work thinks I'm lying if I do anything. Like when I call out sick at work, I gotta go. Hey, I'd love to come in, but.
And they're like, "Did you age?
Yeah.
Were you on the old island?"
On the old island were you in that movie? That doesn't make sense.
And it's almost like a Larry David lie. I feel like when you're explaining yourself, it almost sounds like when Larry David or George lies, and it's like all these intricate details, and it's you just feel like you come off like you're being deceitful.
Yeah, over-explaining can sometimes feel like you're lying even more because that's what a liar would do.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I was late. There was a shoelace untied and snow was on the ground and all this stuff. And they're like, you overslept.
You're wearing your pajamas.
Sometimes I think I'm stuck. I'm late, and I'm like, what excuse can I use? And then one thing makes me a little more late, and I'll just use this. And then I get to work.
Oh, I do that all the time.
And I get to work, and my boss is like, you were late because you couldn't find a parking spot or I'm sorry, you were late because you parked all the way at the end of the lot. That's like 3 minutes. You're a half hour late.
Yeah, I think the lot's bigger. I don't know.
There's a big lot. There's a shoelace untied.
Yeah,
There's
snow on the ground.
There's a puddle.
Yeah, I think there's no way around. I think that anxiety is just know that you're telling the truth and
Make
that
it
you're
simple.
being an honest person.
Yeah, make it simple. What that Luna Longbottom at work, be like, I'm sorry. I always end, if I get in trouble at work, I always end it with never happen again.
Right.
Because that's what they want to hear.
Right.
Otherwise, they chew you out. Like, don't let this happen again. Already beat you to it. Won't happen again.
That's great. Yeah.
It's like, kind of get ahead of everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't think of another. I mean, just being honest and maybe, cutting back on your over-explanation. And,
yeah, so I wanted to get some in we got some Instagram ones. I wanted to address this one because she just joined the Patreon, everybody. She was our 22 member. Cara Bello, Ciao Bello, said, almost every Sunday at 4 p.m., my Sunday Scaries kick in. They are, did I get anything done for myself this weekend? Should I use the last remaining hours to do more chores or just relax? Do I dare open work email to get ahead? Usually no. Always feels like a head game, or if I lean into Monday or stay into... Always feels like a head game. Do I lean into Monday or stay in weekend bliss?
wow.
And that sums up anxiety, everybody, is like not knowing what to do makes you more anxious.
Yeah, I think you stay in weekend bliss until it's Monday.
I know. Sometimes those thoughts overpower you, though.
Yeah.
It's like a battle of wits between your brain and your happy part and your upset part.
Maybe there's a way to do your checklist before the 4 o'clock scaries come in, where when they do show up at 4, you're like, already did it.
Sometimes I'll stay late on a Friday just so I don't have to worry about anything on a Monday. And the thing about Monday scaries is like, hey, everyone has a weekend. Everyone had that weekend off. I mean, if you work in an office, if you work construction, I don't know what to do, but
Yeah.
Everyone gets it. When you log into work, I mean, everyone's on the same page here. So I don't know. On my Sunday nights, I do anything to not think about work. And that's it. I don't know. Just don't think about it. I mean, it's easy. But we did talk about it in a related episode with writing down that notebook thing.
Yes.
Remember we said it was like putting putting a ghost in that chamber in Ghostbusters.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Kara, if you haven't listened to every episode yet, if you're having this anxiety, I would just write it down in some kind of notebook or a piece of paper. If you will work remotely, then put that piece of paper next to your workstation. If you commute to work, just put it under your keys. So then that gives your brain permission to let go. And the next day, you're like, oh, yeah, you can get anxious about work because you're going there anyway.
Perfect. Cool.
All right, I just want to shout out some quick ones. We got Metal Freak Neo, who said, did a nice drawing of us.
Yes, it was so cool.
So thanks, Metal Freak Neo. She said, losing touch with my professional skills. I feel like I'm in a deadlock. It makes me feel anxious. Just real quick, Metal Freak. I don't know what your professional skills are. Is it drawing? Just keep doing it. You won't lose it if you keep doing it.
Yeah, we go through that a lot with comedy, and the more you overanalyze it, the more it's going to take you out of it, and it's just like, keep doing it. Not every day you're going to be performing at a 10.
Yeah, and then like when you do it again, you never really lose it.
Right.
You just get rusty.
Don't lose it.
What?
When Spinal Tap's trying to find the entrance to the stage. Rock and roll. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Who were they saying that to?
They were saying it to each other because they were trying to stay.
Trying to get the energy pump.
Actually, that's a pretty good metaphor for it. Is do you think for some reason you're lost, but it's like, don't lose it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll find the stage.
And eventually when you're rusty and you get up to full speed, you kind of look at it through a new perspective too, because you had that time off.
Yeah.
At least that's with comedy. All right, so go shout out some things for Twitter unless we
I did all the tweets.
Okay, good. So we're all set and we're at time, so that's perfect. Shout out to all the Patreons, especially Ronnie, who didn't know we've been uploading episodes.
I once again, Ronnie, thank you so much for staying faithful and
giving us money every month, even though you thought we haven't been uploading episodes. But they're up there. It was a glitch. She didn't get the alerts.
Yes, and now they will be updated to fit her from now on.
Yeah, so it won't happen again, everybody. That's what I say to my boss. And check out. Speaking of Patreon, check it out. 4 bonus episodes a month. We just did our 6th one of January.
Yes,
under the wire, everybody.
We did it.
So we're caught up with December, January. Now we got February. We'd have fewer days, but we'll try to.
We'll make it work.
Well, we got those 4 episodes out for you.
Yes, and
we have no overlap. Everyone, what you hear on the bonuses isn't what you hear on here. So.
That's right. Check out the YouTube if you haven't been watching. There's a lot of fun visuals like us wearing the same colored shirts.
And we got up to 205 subscribers.
Hey, that's great.
So we're going up, everyone.
Thank you for all of the new subscribers. And go see Andrew in Omaha. And
I'll also be at the Albany Funny Bone on March.
With Emma?
Yes.
Oh, go see Andrew at the Albany Funny Bone. Great club.
Yes.
Emma's great. Obviously, Andrew's great. That's going to be a really fun weekend.
Yes, it's March 25th to 26th. And I plugged it on some other podcast I was a guest on, Syracuse. So.
And I'm going to be at the Hartford Funny Bone this weekend.
Oh, my God.
With Sam Morrill.
That's awesome.
Friday and Saturday. So come see us at the Hartford Funny Bone. I have a feeling those shows could sell out, so make sure you get tickets.
Yeah, his following is like out of control.
Yeah, and I know we have some listeners in the New England area, so please try to come out and say hello.
And this weekend I'll also be at next weekend I'll be at when does this come out?
This comes out
next Monday. So the weekend of February 11th and 12th, I'll be at Church of Comedy. Well, you already did that place.
Yes.
In Hanover, Pennsylvania. So
that's going to be great. Are you headlining?
I think it's like, I don't know. It's like my audition to headline, kind of.
Oh, I recommend it.
I'm doing a long feature set.
Okay.
I think. I might actually be headlining. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm headlining, but then I saw the flyer, and we're both equal pictures.
Oh, no, it might be co-headlining.
I thought I was featuring it, and then they're both pictures. But he might have made that himself. I don't know what's going on, everybody. Either I'm featuring or I'm co-headlining. I think I'm featuring, but I think it's a long feature set.
And also, March 2nd, I will be at Zany's in Nashville doing a TV taping. Caitlin is on the show as well. So if you're in anywhere near Nashville, Tennessee, come out and come to the show. It'd be cool to have some fans in the audience.
Yep, and that's all of our updates, everyone. I think.
Oh.
Links in description. Helium Network.
Yeah, Helium Network. We're confirmed that we're on it. May 6th, the album comes out.
Oh, okay.
And the YouTube special. So if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube, please go on there, and the album will be out soon.
Great. All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the music.
Thank you.
And, okay, real quick intro.
Yes.
I'll turn it off here.